Scrapbookers, it's Katie Scott, and I just wanted to update you on some of the layouts that I've done recently. So this is the one I did on my last video, I think, and I did these, I've got my camera set up differently, so I'm just trying to see, but I used that like glitter glue, and I actually like it. So it's all dry now, and can you see that? I thought that came out pretty cool. So that was last day, best day. And then I did two more during the Get It Scrapped live crop this weekend. And we're playing Calvin Ball. And so I made a page that included Calvin, which I thought was pretty fun. And my son, so Calvin like sees that it's snowing and then goes outside and then gets frustrated with all of the winter clothes, and that reminded me of my son so much. And what was so funny is I showed him, I've got this big comic book of Calvin and Hobbes, and we read it last night before bed, and he thought it was so funny. So if you've never read Calvin and Hobbes to your kids, like, revisit that, because they don't know about it. So there's Calvin and Mac, and then here's the third layout that I did, so the second layout for Calvin Ball, and I think like the 30-something layout of the year, and I did some watercolor on that page. And what I liked about this was I really liked the way that the watercolors looked, but what I thought the watercolor really didn't show up enough in this layout. And so I want to sort of make another layout on that same theme. And so the other thing I thought I would do, so let me just put these to the side where my layouts go. So the other thing about Calvin Ball is Celeste Smith, she's the one that dreamt it up. And the rule of Calvin Ball is there's rules, and then the rules will change all the time. So, okay, so I want to use I have all these photos from our ski trip. I would like to do some more of that watercolor effect because I thought it was pretty. And I'm also thinking maybe let's do a 2-page layout. Maybe. So let's do the watercolor first. And I do have this was some of the paper that I picked up at Tuesday afternoon or Tuesday morning. It's called Crazy For You White. It's by We Are Memory Keepers, and it has a little bit of texture to it. It looks like it's woven. Can you see that? So I'm going to use 2 of those papers, and boy, I have a lot on my desk right now. And yeah, it's just kind of going to be that way. So let's put some color down. And I liked that combination of the pink and the orange, but I think this time I want to try a combination of blue and green. So I'm just going to get a little, one of these things, foam brush, I guess you'd call it. And I have my watercolors, and I'm pretty sure these are made in Switzerland, and I think that these are the ones my grandfather brought me back from Switzerland when I was a kid. So they are really old, but they work still just fine. There's no there's no date on those, so I can't tell you when they were made, but let's get some water, and I just need a little bit. Okay, so I just have a little glass of water there, and let's start with the blue. So I like that. the pink and the orange in this are just so pretty. So really what I'm just looking for is something to frame the photos. So you're not going to see most of this. I want to kind of make it a little bit wispy. So what I'm envisioning is photos going across the 2 sheets of cardstock. Oops. So I just wanted a little bit wispy on the bottom. So I'm just adding a little bit to that. There we go. And now let's start with the green on the top. So I haven't chosen my photos or anything like that. I don't want to get too high on my paper. And I'm mixing the color a little bit in the middle. So by choosing like green and blue, the colors are going to go together. Or I think pink and orange go together really pretty. I always like those 2 colors together. Other colors that might go together, I think any like 2 that are just next to each other on the color wheel. So there's my green. Let's just see if we can add a little bit of yellow, just a little bit something different. I kind of like that. So I've added a little bit of yellow up there, a little bit of yellow down here. Again, I'm not, you're probably not going to see most of this, but I think I'm about done there. So I'm going to put these away. And now I just want them to dry. And I do have a heat gun around here somewhere. Let me see if I can get it out and speed that process up. Oh, where is my heat gun? Yeah, I'm a little bit, feeling a little bit disorganized lately in here. Because I went on vacation and I just haven't gotten totally back into the groove of things. And I don't know where my heat gun is. That's so funny. It's not funny. But it's you know, it's not tiny, so it's kind of funny that I'm not sure where it is. So this is real-time scrapbooking. So you get to see my real-time problems, and one of them is, where is my heat gun? Oh, let's see. I'm just going to look for like 1 more second, and then I'm going to figure out a different. So usually I keep it with my embossing supplies, and it's not there. Sorry if that was shaking you. Yeah, I don't see it. Weird. Let me just look in one more place. I have an Alex cart, so I'm just looking in there. Nope. I didn't put it in there either. I don't know where it went. So it's not quite dry. I think I'm going to use a blow dryer because that will work. So here's my blow dryer. I don't really recommend it for like heat embossing, but I have a video about using a toaster for heat embossing. I also don't recommend that, so we're going to put it on low and warm. Quite wet, actually. Wetter than I thought. The paper is buckling a little. Okay, so it's mostly dry. I think it, you know, it's okay. It'd be nice if it were a little drier, but I'm gonna keep going. I really can't believe I don't know where that stuff is. That is so weird. So I'm just gonna put this to the side for a second and choose some photos. And so, what should we do here? I have these photos of my son, and well, one of the things he does is, like, he takes a rest up on the mountain and he creates a little place to rest. I'm not sure if I like those. Here's, kind of like that. The different lift lines, like the names of, like I've got a few of those, like signs. I'm not sure if I want to use those. Let me look just a little bit more. Actually, I don't know. I'm not sure I love the color combination. Because a lot of these photos are already quite blue and green, and so maybe I kind of liked that other color combination a little bit better. Okay, these are photos from Park City. Let's use those. Because there was art in Park City, which would kind of go in with the watercolors. So let's just pull some of these Park City photos. And I want the ones that are going to be long, or horizontal, I should say. So I'm not picking the ones that are vertical. And let's see if we can cut some of these down some. So I've got a whole bunch of them. I'm not going to use all of them. Alright, that's probably enough. That's like a lot. So let's try to trim those down. Okay. So I'm going to try to trim them down to 3.5. So I'll do that first. See if I can get them all down to 3.5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. 7 and 7. Just trying to find one that I can kind of cut off a little bit easier, and I don't see one. So let's now see about trimming them the other way. So if I did it like this and I had 2 pages, I could get to, let's just lay that out. Here we are. I don't think you can see that whole thing. Hold on, I'm just going to move you over just a little bit. A little bit more. I just have my camera in a different place today. Okay. And so now, let's just try to lay these out. Okay, I almost feel like I want to trim them down a little bit more, like, because, yeah, I'm having the same problem I did the other day where they don't really lay, like, not enough of them. Yeah. I'm going to save these for a different layout, and I think what I'm going to do is choose the vertical photos. So the vertical photos will go like this. I think that's going to be better, and I will actually try to trim them down just a little bit. So I'm not going to use these right now. I'm still okay with the fact that I trimmed them. Not a big deal. Okay, so let's get this back out, and this time we're going to go for those vertical shots. And I still like the idea of using the Park City photos. So in my storage binder, I've kind of tried to put all of those together. And so if I trimmed the photos down, let's try to go for like 6 photos. 6 or 7. Here's 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, back to that cutting process. There we go. Actually, if I just leave them at the full height, they're fine. Let's just try to trim them down a little bit this way. I'm not going to trim them all the same. I'm just going to trim them kind of what makes sense for each photo. Because some photos like this one, I do want to see the whole thing there, but others, it doesn't matter so much. Okay, let's see how this works. See this? I guess you can. Sorry to be wobbling you around. I just feel like it's not. Okay, there we go. Alright, so that was too many actually. I'd need to trim them down some more to get them all. How many did I get? I guess I pulled 8. Alright, I'm going to see if I can trim them just a little bit more to see if I can fit some more photos. I'm not sure it's going to work. Okay, there's my arrangement. Okay, then I'm wondering now, can I trim these down height-wise? And I think that I can. And do they? And then my second question is, do they all need to be trimmed down the same amount? And I think it would be okay if they were a little bit jumbly. So let me get that trimmer back out. Here we go. Okay, so that's how that looks so far. Actually, I think I can do it like this. so that they're not all going to be the same height. And it just kind of matters what I want to be featured in the photo. Okay, and that's how those are going to look. Okay, I'm just going to pause you for just a second. Hi scrapbookers, so it's been like a week and my desk has not changed and I haven't done any scrapbooking whatsoever. And so, how do I explain that? Well, sometimes you need a break. And so I cleaned my house and I still have what I thought was a cold, but I actually think it's allergies. So I've started taking allergy medicine. And we'll see if that helps. And so I still have this layout that I set up about a week ago, and I'm going to finish it, and hopefully I will get back on the scrapbooking train. I've gotten lots of messages, and I really appreciate the encouragement, because sometimes, you know, you just, it's good. So a couple of things I thought about this layout was, one was, so anyways, I'm not giving up on the videos, but from time to time, you will see that, just if you watch my videos, sometimes I'll take a break for no apparent reason, and then I'll come back, and so it's just, I like a little variety in my life, and so sometimes, sometimes I'll do a lot of videos, and then, you know, sometimes there'll be time periods where I don't do any at all, and that's just the way that I work best, and I have to clear my throat. Pardon me. And one of the other reasons about, you know, why I haven't been doing the videos is I am very frustrated with my, the constant, like, clearing of my throat and coughing that's coming from these allergies. I really think I'm allergic to my dog. And I don't want to get rid of the dog. She was a rescue. And, okay, so I think I'm going to turn this layout on its head. Usually you'll want to, put the lighter colors at the top and the darker colors at the bottom, but I don't know, I'm almost thinking I want to switch it up like all the way. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do it like this, and let's get going. So enough talk, let's do some action. So I think I want to have these still on this side, and then I had these over here. And I'll tell you another thing that I kind of has been deterring me from making the layouts is I made a photo book, and I'll have to show it to you. It's downstairs, but it almost makes me not really want to scrapbook these photos from our trip to Utah. So I feel like I'm a little bit like I don't have enough photos to scrapbook that I'm excited about. So that's been another deterrent to me. And just, you know, we've just had a lot of, what do I call it? There's just been a lot of, we've had a hard time in our family. It's mostly to do with my son and school. And it's just been hard. That's all. I mean, it's just hard for all of us, and we're all doing our best, and sometimes things are just hard, and so it is just hard right now. But I'm still hopeful that it's, you know, it's improving, and we're working on it, so hopefully things will get better. And the other thing that I have heard is that a lot of kids, when they're 11, between the ages of like 11 and 13, boys, just, you know, it can be a hard time. So, not that I'm glad anybody else has any, you know, hardness to deal with, but I don't think we're alone. I think it's a common struggle. So we're just still struggling through, and that's life, right? Okay. So I think, let's see. I think I want the photos to look about like that. Let me lay them down before I change my mind again. I'm so serious, because I think this is the layout that will never end. Yeah. So I was thinking about matting all of these photos, and because I've just been working at this layout for so long, right now, more important than I think how it looks is getting it done. And then I have some get it scrapped assignments that are seriously late. So sorry. And I had a little bit of classwork for the class that I'm involved with and co-teaching over at Big Picture Classes. It's called An Update to Remember. And so all the content I think is pretty much done, but we just had some, I don't know, some extra little things to add. So been doing that, working on that. Just get this in there. And what else? It's been beautiful in Florida. So we've been enjoying some really lovely weather. And we went to a boat show with my son on Saturday, and that was fun. So we had, like, things aren't all bad. We still have some fun. I went to a Renaissance fair with him last weekend, like 2 weekends ago. And so we've been trying to carve out some, like, special individual time with each of the kids. And I took my daughter over to the island in the kayak with our dog, and we had lots of fun. Just trim this just a little bit more. And we've had some out-of-state family visiting, so we've been visiting with them. So we've been busy, it happens. There we go. So now the pictures are laid down. Yay! Oh my gosh. This is like the longest layout ever. And so what am I going to do from here? I don't know. Honestly, I do have this little pack of October afternoon embellishments, and they're a little off-white, but I don't care. I think I want to use them anyways, just because they're really cute, and I just got them like not too long ago. And I've been, the other thing I've done, and why I haven't been making videos, is that I've been doing a ton of, what do you call it? I've been doing a ton of organizing my house. So sometimes when I get stressed out, what I do to kind of like, restore order in my world is I will do, I'll just clean my house like there's no tomorrow. And so I did that, and just see where these would go. I don't think I want to use them. I kind of do, and I kind of don't. Let's see. What was I saying? Let's see. Okay, so I've, got really frustrated with life, and I saw this, okay, so a couple things. One is, over at Get It Scrap, they're doing Calvin Ball, and Calvin Ball is this game that was created by Celeste Smith and Doris Sander, and maybe like Emily Pitts and Paula Gilardi. but I'm not sure if they were in on it or not. I think they were. But anyways, what Calvin Ball is, sorry, distracting myself. What Calvin Ball is it's from the cartoon Calvin and Hobbes, and I'm sorry, I just keep like going, oh, I should, where am I putting these things? Yeah, talking and doing this at the same time, not necessarily recommended. So Calvin Ball is like trying to make as many layouts as you can during the course of a month, and also it is also, I don't think I can talk and place these at the same time. It's crazy. So, and I'm also trying to like get these to where they're visually appealing, and I'm not doing a very good job of it. So let's start again. So maybe this smile is here, and then the sage cheese is over here. So yeah. Maybe let's just do one thing at a time, and then I'll tell you about Calvin Ball. So I'm doing a little something over here and a little something over here. Now I want to do like a few more embellishments. So I have 1, 2, and really you should do like 3, 3 embellishments at a time. So this really is not following that rule. This would be 5. And that doesn't go there. So what we want to do is up, maybe down, and then up, yeah, see, that should be, oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, so that should go up there. So up, we're kind of doing like a staircasey kind of thing. And so therefore this should go up here. Which I didn't really want that to go, both of them go up there. Oh, grr. What to do? I think maybe remove one of these. So let's remove one of those, and we're just going to have 4. So I'm going to go with what I originally thought, which is a good recommendation if you're having like, oh, should I put it here? Should I put it there? If you're having that, like, go with your original. Actually, I don't so much mind that. I don't know. And I also get comments like, oh, I was having trouble with the layout, and then I saw that you were having trouble too, and that made me feel better. So here's to feeling better. We all have we all go through the same kind of like ebb and flow of creativity, I'll say. So you're not alone. I'm right there with you. Sometimes things are going great and I'm just like creating so many layouts, and then other times, sometimes not. Okay, I think I'm going to do that. So there's 3 there. Ugh, I don't know. I'm overthinking this for sure. But I kind of like what that covers up there. Maybe I will just trade those and leave that, and I'm going to stop this craziness. Stop the insanity. Okay, so I'll tell you about Calvin Ball while I'm... And the clearing of my throat is really bugging me. I think I'm allergic to my dog. I said that already, but it's really kind of, like I wasn't allergic to our old dog, so it's bumming me out. Okay, so I cleaned the house, and that's one of the reasons I haven't been up on Calvin Ball. Calvin Ball is this little game that is inspired by Calvin and Hobbes, and in Calvin Ball, you make up the rules as you go. So you keep, you just keep changing the rules. Let's see. Oh, wrong way. I guess it goes in this way. Is that what it does? Yeah. So this is the Magic Sticker Maker by Xyron, which I got at a scrapbooking yard sale, but have never used. So, now I'm just taking them all off. That's not good. So I'll forget where I put them. But I've been organizing my house because that's how I like to deal with stress. And so I can talk, sort of. Anyways, Calvin Ball, I'm way behind on Calvin Ball, is my point. And Calvin Ball is this contest that was created by Celeste Smith, amongst others. And it's all about making layouts, but also like, oh, that was supposed to go at the bottom, wasn't it? I think it was. But it's also about, like, they make up rules like I clean my house and I can get a point for that. So you get points for different things, and I'm way behind. Celeste Smith has made like a bazillion layouts, and I have made two in March, and it's like March 11th now. And I make a lot of, if you've watched these videos, I make a lot of videos and a lot of scrapbook pages. I haven't lately, but I do, and so I do feel like a little, like not a little, a lot behind on Calvin Ball. If you want to know more about Calvin Ball, go over to the Get It Scrapped forums, and there's the rules and the stats and everything else. And yeah, I am super way behind on Calvin Ball. Just gonna, I changed something. But so that's kind of my explanation of life's been busy, and I have been a little stressed out. And the other thing I've been doing is I've been listening to like mommy podcasts. So I've been listening to PJ Jonas, who does a podcast called The Busy Mom's Survival Guide. And then I've also been listening to The Mighty Mommy, which, like, each of them have 8 children. So what am I complaining about? But, and what else have I been listening to? We watched The Bachelor last night. And I actually thought it was fine that The Bachelor didn't tell anybody that he didn't declare love for anybody or anything like that. I'm totally fine with that. The part that really bugged me was, like, how rude he was to Chris Harrison. I just thought, like, what a hothead, and that's not cool. And, like, if you're on a date with somebody and they're rude to a waiter, say, then you should consider not being that person's girlfriend, or whatever, but he just seems like a hothead to me. Like, he's, you're being mean to Chris Harrison. Why? I don't understand that. So, okay, so what do we want to do down here at the bottom? Do we want to do these cards? I don't think so. Maybe, maybe not. I think I would like to make a big brush script title, maybe right here, like Park City. which it is Park City. And then what I would like to do, the other block I'm having with the scrapbooking is, and scrapbooking these photos from the trip, is that I have already done this photo book, so now I kind of feel like I don't need to do, or if I make scrapbook pages, they ought to have a lot of journaling on them, and this is a page where it's mostly photos, and I feel like I should put some journaling on there, but I haven't really decided how I want to do that. Let's pull some Project Life cards, see if we can do something kind of creative on the bottom. So here's what I'm thinking. There's this. I could just do a big Park City here and call it done, or I could put like all sorts of little cards that like stick up in different ways. Let's just see how that looks. Like kind of all wonky like that. But then this would be like cut off, so they'd just be sticking up kind of a little bit like that. Let's just do it. Let's just do it! So I can stop thinking about it. So let's do 4 on each page. And then let's do some at the top. I don't know. I don't really think this makes any kind of sense. But that's not going to stop me, believe me. Get another color over here. Okay, so let's get those down so they're kind of like mirroring where all those photos are, and then I can write little notes on each of them because I really do want to get some journaling onto this page, and then I'll use the leftovers to kind of do a thing at the top, and then I'm going to stitch those 2 down. And does it really seem consistent with the watercolor? No, not at all. It doesn't. It's okay. I just really want to get this page done. Because I really intended to, might use that one instead, to write the Project Life cards while I was out there, and I totally didn't. I brought them with me and then I didn't. And so I'm a little bit disappointed with myself that I didn't, but what are you going to do? It happens. Alright, I'm doing too much fiddling. So let's get these down. What was I telling you? Okay, so Calvin Ball, talked about that. What else did I do? I also did some gardening. Like, I've been doing everything but scrapbooking. And sometimes it's just good to take a break. And when should you take a break? I don't know. Whenever you need to. And so I guess I needed to. But I do get to a point where I'm like, oh, I miss it, you know. And so I did start missing it. And so I don't want to let it, like, I don't mind taking a break, but I don't want my break to go on for months. So I'm okay with, like, a couple of weeks or even a month. Although, you know, I'm on the Get It Scrapped creative team, and so I can't let it go for too long because I have assignments. And yes, as I mentioned before, I'm way behind. So hopefully this is gonna like kickstart me to get back on track, and they won't throw me off the team because I really love being on their team. I do. I love it. And I'm not burned out on it. But sometimes I just, like in my creative process, sometimes I have to like scale it back or take a break. So I'm not the most consistent. Like, I don't think I would necessarily be a great choice to be on like a manufacturer's, like a scrapbook manufacturer's creative team, because I don't want that much pressure in my scrapbooking. So it's just mostly fun for me. And but I do enjoy like having assignments. But I like it if they're not like, you know, the world is not going to end if I don't get the assignment in. Like it's okay because there's a lot of other people on the team, and it won't, like, nobody's going to completely freak out at me. They might just be mildly annoyed, which, sorry. But it's not like the end of the world or anything. So, okay, so here's my little journaling bits at the bottom. And then I'm just using my guillotine cutter to cut off the ends of those. And then I think I'm going to use those little bits from the bottoms up at the top. Does that make sense? I think it does. Like this, kind of like. But I don't necessarily want to match them up, and I also don't really want them to like touch the I don't want them to be like touching the paint. I want to give them some room. And then these two, see how, okay, so this is a 2-page layout. And these two journaling cards, like, they didn't go across the page. I think I do want some to go across the page, just so they're varied. So let's just like switch it up a little bit. And I'll just put those right together like this. And that way I can just, I'll probably just turn it over and then cut them. Yep. And now the 2 pages are just a little bit better connected. So there's my long explanation of where I've been. And so I do appreciate, like, I've gotten a lot of, like, comments, like, please don't stop your videos. We really like them. We're sorry about the people that thumbs down you. And, you know, people do, you know, I get the thumbs down occasionally, but that doesn't, I'm not worried about it. I mean, I don't love it or anything, but it's, that's not, I don't think, really deterring me from doing the videos. It's just that sometimes I just have to take a break, and when those times are, I don't know. And I've also thought about, well, maybe I could just have a bunch of videos in the can, and I might do that. But I also like I'm really bad at keeping a secret. Like, not, I mean, that sounds funny because I'm a lawyer, so I have to keep secrets. But like in my my professional life, but in my you know, just ask my sister. She'll tell you. You know, I'm a snoop, and I might not be the best secret keeper necessarily. I am, though. I think I am now, but I'm not that's not my natural inclination. Shoot, if she could hear this, she would take issue with all that. But anyways, because she just had a problem recently where, and I won't even tell you what it was, but she told me about it, and then she told some other people about it, and the other people broke the secret, and so she called to complain about that to me. But I wasn't the one. So I've lived and learned in that department. What was my point? Oh, okay, so I can't really keep a secret, or I can't really, like, keep a present and a surprise for very long, because I always want to tell. Like, if I'm excited about it, I want to tell. But it doesn't necessarily translate to bad secrets, like, or confidentiality. Like, I can keep that, like, I have to keep that secret. Okay, I'm going to stitch a line and stitch a line, I think. Just so these feel like they're a little more tied down than they are. So let's get the sewing machine out. And I have also gotten a lot of comments that people love the real time. So yay. I'm really glad that you do. Because number one, it's way easier for me to edit that way. And number two, I think I would, like, that's how I would like to watch videos. Because I also, like, I know there's a lot of, and I guess what I don't, like, what I like when I watch videos, scrapbooking videos, is, like, I don't mind a little preparation. I think that's great. But what I don't want to see is, like, it just sped up and then somebody talking over at the end. To me, then I have to pay attention more than I would really like to. So I like to mostly listen and to glance up occasionally. Like a podcast with visuals. But less entertaining. Hold on. So this is not rehearsed, and I don't have a topic, you know, already usually. Sometimes I do. Okay, here we go. Alright, I'm getting a zigzag stitch. I guess that's fine. I think I might do a straight stitch on the top, though. And so I really recommend getting a sewing machine as a scrapbooking supply, just because it's like an extra, you know, it's just an extra tool. And I think that sometimes that little detail of the machine stitching makes a huge difference. So it's just a little something. It's not like a, I don't know. I just think it looks, I love it. I love the machine stitching. I think it gives it a homemade look, and it just shows that you spent a little more time and attention on it. So it's special, you know. Okay, so now I'm going to remove that zigzag and just do a straight stitch up here at the top. And this is a place where I really could have gotten some memorabilia in with those life, Project Life cards, but yeah. I think that would be a great idea, but I'm just, my goal for today is to get this finished and then get started on some of my assignments, because I'm like super duper behind. Like they should throw me off behind. I'm so sorry. I hope they don't though. Please don't throw me off. I will redeem myself. Promise. Okay. So yeah, so like Celeste Smith has made like 110 layouts, and I've made 2. And like everyone's made more than 2. I just like had to take a break, and it did, you know, Calvin Ball, sorry. I just didn't, because I love the concept of Calvin Ball. So I should have been like all over it, giving Celeste Smith a run for her money. But I just needed to take a break, so it just happened that way. Hopefully they'll do it again. I'm sure they will. Okay, so this is Park City, and let's so one of my ideas was to paint a title, and I still don't think I kind of like that idea. The other option, so I could paint a title over these cards on this side, or I could use letter stickers to do it over. Oh, I think I might do that. Like imagine like university style letters, like kind of going all through the middle of these. Let's see if we can do that. I think I have some old KI memory stickers that might work. Let me see. So I'm looking in my drawer of flat letter stickers, and I have them arranged by color, and then at the end of all of those colors I have the multicolor. So, and I'm not going to move the camera, but this is what I was thinking of, and I can put my hands on it very quickly. And so I think that will, because there's a lot of colors here and there's a lot of colors here. Let me just see if I have one more sheet of this, because I don't think, what do I have? Yeah, I have an I have a P. So I need to spell Park City. So all I have on this are, so if I just write Park City, I can have the I and the P. I think I have another sheet of these though. Let me keep looking for just a second. I hope I do. I don't think I do though. I don't see it right off the bat. Oh, darn it. Oh, promises. Here we go. Here's some more. And so that's not going to help. Most of these are used up. Oh, I think I can make a C though. And I don't have an A. Can I use an upside down? I could maybe use an upside down D. And let's see about the R. How could we make an R? I don't think I can do it. Let me just see if I have it. And I think I only have those. I don't think I have more of those. And so this is really the point on a letter sticker sheet, that I should really get rid of those letters, or I should cut them up and put them in those. Okay, here's a different kind of letter. That might actually work. I might like these. And let's just see if we can spell it. There's no C's. It's not looking good, but I think I can make a C. There's an I, there's a T, there's a Y, there's a P, an R, an A, and a K. So I can fudge enough. But what I should do with these letters, because these letters are no longer working, is to, let's cut them up, and I'll show you where they're going to go. So that way, the next time I'm looking through this drawer, then I'm not like, oh, I could also use these. Okay. But I don't think I probably will. We'll see. Okay, so I don't think these were going to work for Park City. So here's what you do when you are out of letters, is we're just going to cut up this sticker sheet. Because I can no longer really spell anything. But I still looked for this letter sheet, and I still like it enough that I'm not going to just completely put it in the donate bin. I wish I could spell Park City with these. It would be so cute. Let me just try. And then with the rest of them, get rid of them. But let's just, so they're all cut up, and then, so do we have a K? Here's the P. So let's cut out the letters that we think we can use. So the P would go like, maybe there. And there's an I. Because I really do like these letters. I really want to use them. I'm going to just use this upside down V as an A, even though it's not an A. There's a K. P-A-R-K-C-I-T-Y. And I don't have, I don't have a lot of what I need. Let's just use the negative of these letters and see if that works. Because it might. Okay, so Park, C-I-T. That might work. It might be weird. Let's just see. And I want to get them like evenly spaced. So I also don't want to cover up my children. So there's two little considerations there. And now we need a Y. I also don't have a Y. Yeah, this is a KI memory sheet from 2006. And it's still cool. At least I think it is. Okay, so do you see kind of where I'm going here? All right. So what I do want for these would be to get them, or you know what I could do is just use all the negatives instead of any positives. So instead of these three positives, let's just do completely negatives. Let's just be completely negative. Which is like the exact opposite of what I'm trying to do in life. Trying to stay positive. I think I like that. Park City. Okay, so now we need the P. And that way it's going to be over the photos, but it's not going to be infringing on the photos too much. I like it. I think that's going to work. I need an A, but this A kind of feels a little beat up, so I'm going to hopefully find a different one. I need a K. Oh, here's a better A. And now I just need a K. Okay. Come on. Oh, here's K. Okay, now I'm feeling like there's too many pinks over in this area. And the R doesn't have any color whatsoever, which, let's open that. So let's, there's a green A. Let's just see if I can find a different color R. Because all the rest of them have, yeah, here's one with a little bit of yellow on the edge. Okay, now here's a winner. Ta-da! Anyways, I have some bins. I made a different video about them. If you look in my my video collection, it's called the playlist. There's one called Organized Scrapbooker, and I show you where I put all of the you know, orphan letters, as I think Ali Dosdal calls them, her orphans, her alpha orphans. And so, okay. So what I want to happen too is I want, everything else is pretty jumbly. I want Park City to be pretty straight on. So I want it to be straight. And I do have like a super long ruler, but I don't have it handy. But I'm just going to kind of use this as my guide. That's going to go right over my kid. I'm not sure how cool I am with that. Okay, something like that. Or maybe spread it out. Let's see if we spread it out a little bit more. That way I don't have to. Yeah, that doesn't really work. I am overthinking this. Yes, I am. Let's just go for it. So I'm gonna trim off like kind of a lot from the edge of those letters, and then just. And I know a lot of people use like wax paper, and they have all kinds of clever ways to, you know, lay out their letter stickers. But I'm not that patient, or I guess I am, but not really. I can be, but I don't need to be all the time. Okay, I still want to get these pretty straight, so I'm just going to use the back of this letter sheet as my spacer. I really don't want, I really don't think I want that to go over him. Let's see about this. I think that works. So we brought my dog over to the island this weekend, and she made friends with like all the other dogs over there. There were like 10 dogs. There used to be this other island in town called Shell Island, and now Shell Island is kind of like, you can't really get to it by boat. I think some developers kind of wanted it that way. But anyways, so everybody goes to this little island near my house now, and so we took the dog over there, and she just ran around, and it was so much fun, and she made all these dog friends, and anyways, I just spent the whole weekend outside. It was beautiful here. It was like, probably like 75 and just gorgeous. So there's Park City. Does that look crazy? I don't like how this is kind of, not even. Let me see if I can fix that. But we've just been kind of busy, you know. Life gets that way sometimes. I gotta go have my son get a tooth pulled today so he can make room for braces, and that looks horrible. Okay. Maybe not. Oh. Making this worse in all sorts of ways. Maybe I just need a different tea. Yeah. Or maybe I just need to not worry about it that much because it's not that big of a deal. Okay. Yeah. If this was like a layout that maybe was getting submitted to something, or more important, or I wanted to showcase something, maybe I would spend a little more time, but let's not. And not even say we did. That was a thing that was a thing in the 70s, right? Like kids would say, let's not and say we did. Remember that? Or like, take a picture, it lasts longer. Remember all those like little things that like people used to say, and then they don't really say those things anymore? I wonder what happens with that. And like what will we remember from, like what did we say now? So there she is. She's in the R. It's okay. I didn't really want to do that. It's okay. So that's what The Bachelor kept saying. That would like make everybody so like, oh, it's not okay. Yeah, I really think there is a cultural difference there that, you know, he's from Venezuela, and I think that the American girls just weren't used to, you know, maybe that's just him, because it was kind of unclear, because all of his family were like, let us warn you about him. He is a hothead. You know, he is very selfish, and so who knows. It did seem like he was a good dad, though, or, you know, from the little we saw him with his daughter. And I was excited to see the next Bachelorette is the lawyer from Atlanta. And so I was super excited to see that. So I don't think I get the spacing very good on all of these. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Park City, and then like in a script at night. That will be cute, right? And I know the script. I have a script font. So I'm going to put these back in my flat letter drawer with the multicolored letters. And I'm just going to try to, I know you can't see this, but the newer ones, I'm just going to try to stick them up a little just so I remember they're there. I don't think I'll forget, but now I'm going into a different drawer full of like dimensional letters. So I have like thickers, and I also have them arranged by color, so I could find, like, I could think of the letter stickers that I wanted to use, and I put my hands on those like very quickly. So that's cool. So this is a system that is working. Yay! This doesn't always happen. So I wanted to say at night, like along here, and it's gonna be smushed together a little bit more. So I'm gonna start with the T and night, because I don't want it to go beyond there. I don't think I do. Maybe I do. I don't think I do. I think I want it to go like this. So that's where the last letter of night is going to go. So it's GHT. And I add GHT. And then this kind of looks like a script. Script font. Not like a we're going to put on a play script. And so I'm kind of covering up that sticker, but oh well. I was going to write on it. But I might not. I might just leave it with nothing on it. And then my other stressor in life lately has been, I need to lose 50 pounds. Like, you know, there's that commercial with Marie Osmond, and she was like, I looked in the mirror and I was 50 pounds overweight, and that was not a good day. You know what? I'm having that day. I look in the mirror and I'm 50 pounds overweight, and it is not a good day, and I need to lose weight. And so I'm frustrated because I feel like I have good habits. So I try to get exercise, probably not enough, but I do exercise, and maybe not every day, but most days. And then I feel like I eat pretty well, and, you know, it's not perfect, but I feel like I'm already doing things but it's not really, you know, it's obviously it's not working. So what I'm doing isn't working. So I need, you know, the definition of insanity is if you keep doing the same things and expect the same results, different results, that's insanity. But so I know I need to change something. So I need to get on that weight loss stick and work out some more. So I'm just gonna drink a little bit of coffee though. Okay, now is the part where I'm gonna write on the journaling cards, and because this is going for 54 minutes, I'm gonna do that off camera, but I will post a copy or a photo of my completed layout on my blog, and my blog is called Kiss and Tell Scrapbooking, and I thank you very much for watching and commenting and being a part of my online scrapbooking world. I really value the online scrapbooking world a lot, and I feel like there's like we have this like, you know, we've got the secret language going, and we're all we all have a common bond, and I love that. So thank you for being part of my scrapbooking world, and I'm glad to be part of yours. Okay, I'll be back soon. I won't let like a couple weeks go by, I promise. Okay, bye.